I like it when developers stay busy, and that's something that ArrowChain developers are doing. They've got a lot of updates to the wallet. They hard forked, and there's some updates that we need to do if we're going to stay on the correct ArrowChain. So let's check it out. Alright, so it is kind of a green day, I think. It looked kind of green earlier. It's not real green, but it's a little bit green. So I've got the green background back there, so enjoy. Always good to see green. Alright, so Arrow is one of the projects that I follow pretty closely. They have been, they've been around not very long. I think it was July or something of last year, whenever they, maybe even later than that. I've got several videos on them, so if you want to learn more about Arrow, you can check those out. I've got a playlist, I'm sure. Let me make sure that I have one. Pretty sure I do. Maybe not. Oh, you know what? I think I've said this before. I really need to get a Arrow playlist, because I do have quite a few videos on them. So yeah, see, I got quite a few. Just search my channel for Arrow, and you'll see what's going on with it. So quite a few videos, not too many, but good stuff. How to mine it, different updates, and then also wallet updates and things like that, how to use the wallet, whatever stuff like that. Cool stuff. All right, now I think the way that this worked, I can't remember the exact date, because it's hard. I've talked about this before. It's really hard to keep up with. I originally had like 10 projects that I was kind of keeping up with, or trying to keep up with all the time, and I ended up having to decrease that number to about 5 or 6 that I try to stay on top of. And Arrow is one of them, but I haven't been mining them. I just set up a rig to start mining them just now, right before I don't think it's actually working yet. Right before the stream, I was using, it looks like I got an error here. Let's see here. Yeah, I would have to look and see why this is happening. I do want to, let me throw a reboot here real quick. I did do a lot of stuff, so reboot that, and maybe that'll get it up and running. But yeah, I just started trying to mine it. I haven't done any pool research. I was on ice mining, so I don't even know. Maybe if there's a new port or something, I don't know. It didn't do very much. I was using like old information in here, so that's probably why it's not working. But we'll get into that in a bit. Let's talk about Arrow a little bit here, the actual project. So it is a privacy coin. It's a truly private digital cash with a focus on usability and privacy. Those are their two main tenets, I guess you could say. They're a fork of Zcash with mandatory privacy that doesn't inherit the Zcash block height. So it starts with block 1, and another cool thing about it is you can't, I say that almost every time, you cannot turn off the privacy features. Everything is shielded. Every transaction is shielded. So it's not something that you can opt in or opt out of. They're looking to make it easier for users to transact privately. That's kind of like their main thing. The mission is to create a truly private payment network that is permissionless, decentralized, and secure. And they also use Zcash's sapling protocol for faster shielded transactions, and also that sapling will hopefully enable mobile wallet capabilities as well for the project. So that's something that whenever they're using sapling, then that's actually a really good thing, because it means mobile wallets availability, which is actually a part of their roadmap. It's stuff upcoming for them is a mobile app. So that is something that they're working on. They're also working on a web wallet. They're working on mining services integration. There's a lot of stuff that they're working on. They're busy, so it's good to see that, and they're staying busy over there, and that is a good thing. They also have a new kind of a new block explorer that they created. Pretty cool, good looking, you know, pretty basic, but still definitely gives you the information that you need if you're mining the project, or if you want to do, you know, any type of not analysis, but just looking at the project, you know, the network and all that stuff. So this is a good block explorer. And let's see what else we got here. They are not on what to mine, at least the last I checked they were not. I think a reboot actually fixed it. I can hear the rig kind of firing up over there, yeah. So they do not have, they're not on what to mine. So you have to go to coin calculators to get any type of profitability or any type of mining calculator, right? They're not listed on, I think I did see something about them being listed on an exchange. Safe Trade, yeah, there we go. So they are on one exchange at the moment. Looks like they are 0.006. All right, so that's cool that they're on an exchange, because see, for the longest time they were not even on an exchange up until I think that's very recently that they were added to Safe Trade. I could look at their Discord and get the actual date, but just understand that it's pretty relatively new development for them to be listed on an exchange, which is kind of exciting because you know, whenever you're trying to do things OTC, over the counter, it can get a little squirrely sometimes. So it's better if they're actually on an actual exchange. So that's good stuff. I'm glad to see that. Let's go and check out this rig over here. It's kind of going crazy here. So okay, all right, yeah, we're mining now. So it wasn't working until I restarted the rig altogether. But I have a really bad habit of trying to configure it while it's up and running, and instead of pausing the miner and all that stuff, it's just a bad habit that I have that I just try to get it going, and then I'll reboot it after I get everything configured. So that's basically what I did. You saw that it was having errors prior to the restart. After I restarted it, now it's good to go. So yep. All right, and this is actually using, I don't even know what overclock settings, probably pretty close to what's on what to mine, I would imagine. So I don't think that, you know, it's not optimized in any way. It's just kind of, I just wanted to have it mining Arrow for the stream here. So, all right, let's see here. So you'd have to go to coin calculators for any type of calculation, which is cool now that they're on an exchange. I would assume that that means that some of this would actually be accurate as far as profitability and stuff. So we can do this real quick since I'm mining it. With no optimization at all, we go 192, and let's see here, 92, and I'd have to look up my power at the wall, but we'll just call it 675 here. Let's go to coin calculators. We'll go, yeah, I already forgot. 192. 192. What, 675, I think is what I said. 675 power. I'm paying 11 cents per kilowatt hour, so I'm right on the verge of profitability all the time. It's a really dicey game that we play with the electric costs around 10 cents or around the average. If you got lower than average, then you're all set. But if you're at the average, you got to kind of always keep an eye on profitability, because you know you can be paying a lot more than the coin's worth, right, in electric costs. So so we hit calculate here, see what we come up with. Well, it says that's not bad. If this is accurate, this little rig here doing 192 at 675. Let me check my phone. Let me check at the wall and see if this is accurate or not. Might have to leave the rig on it if it's that. If it's $2 a day. All right, let's see here. While I'm kind of doing that, I'll check the chat, see if y'all are over here talking. What's up, Fold'em, Jarrett? What's going on, Bitcoin Jake? All right, so at the wall, I'm looking at, yeah, it's a little bit more than what Hashrate OS is showing. It's actually 816. Let's throw that in here. See if that changes drastically. Probably not that big of a difference, but yeah. So it's still almost $2. That's not bad. I mean, that's not bad at all. Okay. Maybe I'll optimize this rig and leave it on Arrow for a while. I think the if I remember right, the difficulty is like stupid low right now. I could do a. I'd like to see a. I'm totally off track here. Okay, here's difficulty increasing a little bit. Probably, I would say that there's a pretty good chance that somewhere around in here is whenever they were added to the exchange. Because people were like, oh. So, I don't know. I'd have to look at what block it was and all that stuff, but anyway. So it is, you know, it's not at peak or anything, so that's roughly half peak, so not bad. All right, let me get on track here. Probably leave this rig on Arrow for a while, so that's cool. We'll look at some mining stats real quick, just so you get it. You know, since this is a mining channel, you kind of want to know what you're dealing with as far as block times. Actually, this was part of their. I didn't know this was on their Explorer. I guess that would make sense. Let's see here. So really, all they got difficulty and then block time. So 45-second block time. They have, which is actually 3 times faster than Zcash, if I remember correctly. And they use Equihash Heavy, which is 1927. The minimum RAM that's required for a GPU to mine it is 2.5 gig. And that kind of helps limit the ASIC miners a little bit and the FPGAs a little bit. And let's see here. The max supply is 210 million. The circulating supply is, we probably should get that from here. I'm looking at some older notes. I don't see. And this is stats. Let's see here. Circulating supply. So yeah, there we go. So 26. So the last time I did a video that I talked about the mining stats, there were only 12 million circulating, and there's 26 now. So, and then the block reward is now it's 55. It was 70 the last time I did the video. So 55 Arrow per block, 45-second block times. So there you go. All right, now they do have a new wallet, and that's pretty much what the video was supposed to be about. So they have 2 wallets, not obviously, but most projects have 2 wallets. They have the command line interface and the GUI, right? And this is the command line interface update. If you see Arrow wallet, then they are talking about command line interface, and if you see Quiver, they are talking about the let's see, I click on the wrong thing. They're talking about the GUI wallet. So if you see Quiver like this, then that's the GUI wallet. And you know what? I don't know. And this is another reason I kind of want to do this video, is because I got a new computer now, so I don't even know. I don't think I've ever got the new Quiver wallet up and running, you know, with my previous wallet.dat file. So that was kind of like another reason I wanted to do this. So let's check this out. Let's go to where my wallet currently is over here on my system here, and if I basically don't get too confused at the list of files here. I've got, you know, quite a few wallet.dats down here, different names and stuff. It's just the way that I'm doing it for streaming and, you know, doing videos and stuff. So the 3 files that let's see, there's 5 really important files in here, and that's the arrow.conf file, the configuration file. Then you got the Silly wallet file, the command line interface file. Then you got the daemon, and then the arrow transaction, or TX, and then quiver.exe. So quiver.exe is the graphical user interface wallet, like I said before. Oh, you actually have 6 because you'll have your wallet.dat file in here. Just ignore these other ones down here. So you got a wallet.dat file probably. So you got about 6 really important files in here. And if you, and Quiver is the GUI, wallet.dat is your wallet, and all the other ones. So if you right click on the daemon file, the arrow D, and go to properties and then details, I actually probably need to unblock that, but I did copy this from my other computer, so it's not going to matter actually because we're going to override it anyway. So you can see that the file version is 1.0.2, and if we go over to their new, let me back up a little bit here. I'll say get the wallet, and before you do that though, you always want to make sure you're on the right website. You can't really see it up here, but it's ArrowChain.io. I'll paste that into the chat so that we don't get confused here. What's up, Nefarious? So that's their official website, and then you can click on the little lock next to the website to make sure that the connection is secure, certificate's valid, and all that stuff. My stream, I hope it didn't die. I'm not getting any drop frames or anything. I think everything's okay. Everything looks okay on my end anyway. Alright, so we are, let's see, where were we? Oh yeah. So that's how you validate. You kind of want to make sure that you're on the right website. Do not, I would not, unless you're maybe in the Discord of ArrowChain and you know that it's the right one and you know who you're talking to, I wouldn't click on any links and download wallets from things sent in any other method than you going to this website yourself and even typing in arrowchain.io and then clicking on get the wallet. I just wouldn't recommend it because people, you guys get scammed, not you, but people get scammed and you download malicious software and you lose all your crypto and it's terrible. So as you're stepping through this process, you really want to realize exactly what you're doing or understand exactly what you're doing, and don't just start clicking on stuff because it sounds cool or whatever, all right, so you click on get the wallet and it should pull you over to their GitHub, ArrowChain. So it's GitHub, ArrowChain, Arrow Wallet. I'll paste that in the chat as well. All right, and then you click on releases. I think, actually, you know what? What did I do? Because I clicked on, what I need to do is I need to get back to where it says Arrow, not Arrow Wallet. Releases, here we go. This is where I need to be because this is the command line interface stuff. Now I already downloaded the file. The double check here, I'm pretty sure I did. Yeah, right here it is. So I already have the file downloaded, and if we were to extract it, we'll just extract all here. Then what we should see is if we right click on arrow D, go to properties, details, see how it's a different version now, it's 1.1.0.1. It doesn't necessarily match, actually let's see if this one has the right, yeah, see all these have, I think the version might be wrong as far as in the file, because you see right here it should be 1.2.0 and down here it is 1.1.1.0, and I downloaded this one, so you can see it's 1.2.0, but in the actual file it's not listed that way. Might just be the way it's supposed to be. I don't know, I don't think it is. I think that it should be 1.2.0, but not a big deal. Alright, so let's go back over here to where we downloaded the files, and all I'm going to do is I'm going to, so we downloaded and extracted, then I'm just going to copy them, go to my wallets folder where ArrowChain is, or Arrow Wallet, and I'm just going to right click and paste. Now what you could do too is back these files up before you do that, but in this case I'm not going to worry about it that much. I think it's fine to overwrite these 3 files without any problem. and I have some backups anyway, so it's not a big deal for me. But I would probably back up this whole folder, right? And not the whole folder, because if you have blocks and chain state, these are pretty big folders and files here. One gig there, not that much there, but at least back up your wallet.dat and your maybe these 3 files, since they're the ones that you're replacing, right? So I'm just going to click on right click and then paste. I'm going to replace the files in the destination. It's just those 3. So you can see the date changed to today, right? If I right click properties, actually it's not going to do it yet, I guess. Might take a while before I can get to that part. Okay, so it still says that it came from another computer. That might actually break stuff. This is going to be a pretty good test. You see right here where it says it came from another computer. That's interesting, because I never noticed that before, but I don't commonly right click on them and go to properties or anything. That might be normal. I don't think it is, but it might be. Alright, so the quiver.exe actually uses this daemon also. So whenever you launch the quiver, it actually uses this arrow daemon. So this was not updated. You can see this was back from December, but I am going to actually launch this one, the graphical user interface. So, hey, what's up, Red Panda? I'm going to double click on that. Alright, so it looks like the arrow configuration file needs to be updated, or it's going to be automatically updated. Okay, so I'm going to click, let me click on advanced here. So I'm going to use a custom data dir, because I think that it's probably saying that maybe because that arrow D was updated. So I already have the blockchain downloaded, or at least most of it. So I'm just going to click choose. What I did was I clicked show advanced config. So whenever you see this, if you launch quiver.exe, your graphical user interface for Arrow, and you see this, you can just click show advanced config. I'm going to use a custom data directory. Choose directory. I'm going to use that directory. That sounds good to me. That's where my blockchain is already downloaded, so at least most of it. And I'm going to click OK there, and we are going to see just what happens. It shouldn't be too far behind. I think I saw that it was downloaded in January, I think. But a cool thing that they've done is one of the things that they had problems with initially was blockchain syncing. There was always problems with the wallet not syncing 100%, and it was kind of a thing there for a while with Arrow. But it looks like they've got some pretty decent help on their website as well. So if you go to ArrowChain.io, and then they've got a docs link up here, you click on that, and then click to get started, and nope, how to, and then troubleshoot. So you've got some help here where it says fix syncing problems. So this can definitely help you, and they actually include the link to the Arrow Bootstrap also. And what a bootstrap is basically it's the whole blockchain downloaded to a single file that you can extract, and instead of having to wait to sync with all the nodes on the network, because a lot of people get this, kind of misunderstand this. Whenever you are syncing a blockchain, like with a wallet, and you're syncing to a blockchain, it's not about how fast your connection is. I mean, that's a part of it, but it's not just that, because you're not just downloading a file, right? You're syncing with multiple nodes on the network, a lot of peers, right? And it could take a really long time. So it's not just dependent on your internet speed. It's also dependent on their speed, which nodes are up, which ones are updated and talking correctly to the network, and all that stuff, right? So there's a lot to it. The bootstrap actually is the blockchain downloaded to a single file, or I think it's a single file in that case, and that gets you to a certain date. So whatever date that was created, then you don't have to worry about syncing the blockchain previous to that, right? So I think that, I don't know what the date is on this. Let's check here. Yeah, see, I already had one downloaded. Not that. I downloaded it before because you probably saw it in the folder over here. So this one was on November time frame. So I don't know if they've updated it since then, but I've synced my blockchain since then, so I'm not going to worry about doing it again. But you could get it from here. You just click that and download it, extract it. I mean, we can go ahead and do it and just show you what it's kind of like. It's 1.2 gig right now, so. Anybody seen a notification for Brandon? Is he going live, or what's the deal here? Okay, so it says live now, but starting soon. All right. Maybe he's doing like a, okay, yeah, 5-minute deal here. Yeah, and see it's resyncing, rescanning, and resyncing, or actually just rescanning. So this might take quite a while. I might have to update you guys on Brandon Coin stream, or oh, wait a minute, there it goes. All right, so it at least got me to the, got me into the wallet, 1.7, which is the updated one. Okay, that's good. That was back in like December, I think, or November, whenever they came out with this wallet. So you can see down here, it's only 76%, 77% synced. But it is talking to the network. I got 4 connections. Usually it goes up to 8. All right, so I think we're okay. I think that it's probably going to be fine. I was thinking I was a little bit more synced than that, but it is going up, so I'm all right with it. Again, if I wanted to speed it up, let's see if that's actually, that's still not downloaded all the way yet. Got about 5 minutes left, it says, so maybe I will implement that bootstrap file and speed this up. I mean, it is going up, and you can see here that the connections did go up to 8. So I think we're all right. I think I'm just going to let this rock, and then maybe on tomorrow's stream we can clarify that everything worked fine and it was fully synced and all that stuff. All right, so let me get out all this stuff. Got a couple minutes before Brandon Coin, it looks like. So I think that's going to do it for me. I'll probably throw, once that is updated, once the Arrow wallet is updated all the way and synced, I'll throw out a tweet on the tweet about this video, about this stream, letting you know the status. So if you don't follow me on Twitter, you probably should if you want to know if this worked or not. Maybe I'll do like a screenshot and show you that it's fully synced or whatever. At a minimum, we'll talk about it tomorrow night. So not a big deal either way, but it looks like I'm going to be mining Arrow for a little bit here. That was kind of exciting to see a little bit of profitability on this rig. Alright, so I will see you guys over on Brandon Coin in a couple of minutes. We'll do a little Savage raid over there. And yeah, see you over there. Stay savage, everybody.